It is really expensive though. And especially if you want to try and trademark globally, right? So we've trademarked in some of the big, like US, Canada, and that, but we haven't gone globally because we'll run out of cash. Like it'll take cost. You're hiring a lawyer in every country to do this, right? It's expensive, and it's like it's one of those things. Like it's a bit like putting a patent on something. Sometimes it is really necessary, and sometimes worth it, and sometimes it's like, well, unless you got a few $1 million to try and defend your patent, it's probably not going to help anyway. It feels a little the same way, but I don't know. I kind of went on the side on the air of caution, I guess, or just make sure we've got her covered and do what we can. And we also, but the other thing we did is it wasn't just the trademark, because we own dryrun.com, but we own quite a number of dryrun dot whatevers. Not everything, because again, you'll blow your money, but we've got some of the big ones and tried to cover as much as we can. So I don't know. No one, I think, is, unless you're Nike, you're not going to have full coverage of anything. But I think it's worthwhile to have some just solid coverage, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, that's a good strategy, right? That's a low cost strategy where it's like, I'm going to go out there and claim all the social handles right off the bat. And it's getting harder and harder to do. Right, to claim that. I mean, if you look at even mine, I'm not going Cashflow Mike. I should be able to get that everywhere. No, that's where sometimes I'm the Cashflow Mike, and sometimes I'm Cashflow Mike.
We're Dry Run app almost everywhere. And what I realized is early on with all of these, almost all of these like accounts, I think people made accounts and called them Dry Run because they were dry running the social media thing, and they're not even using it. Anyway, so we just kind of settled on Dry Run app for most of them, and that's a little annoying, actually, to be honest, because it's barely being used, I think. So,
well, to me, it was the first problem I had was I went to get the Instagram handle, and there's already a Cashflow Mike. I'm like going, did I get that? Did I get that already?